afternoon. Welcome to Jim Mullins World of Weather. Clicked onto Long Range Weather Forecast Session for September 19th to October 1st. We're going to talk about Jose first. This is the current GO-16 visible satellite. You see that deep convection is firing up here. It seems like it's getting better organized. The National Hurricane Center is forecasting that Jose will maintain hurricane status through at least Tuesday, with the gradual weakening thereafter as it moves across cooler waters, along with increasing vertical shear. Now we're going to look at the models. Let me see if I can get them up. Okay, this is the GFS, and you can see that the GFS has been trending closer to the East Coast. Here it is Tuesday, and see it's just right along, but the center remains offshore, and then moves to the east. Now we're going to look at the European deterministics, and it's similar, close to the coast, but maybe a little bit further to the west. This is the European, a little bit to the west, but you got to remember. You can't pay attention to the exact track because the effects can be felt at either side. And even though, like, another reason is that as it comes further to the north, these storms tend to expand. So the wind field might expand further. It's going to get bigger. And the season remains tightly wound. Now we're going to look at the other models. This is the early cycle run offshore. This is the late run, still offshore, comes here and then makes curve. Depending on where it decides to make a curve, it could go either to the west or to the east. And this is the European ensembles. All comes and makes a curve near the New England coast. Now, another model I want you to look at, this is the H1. This is a new hurricane intensity forecast. And here's where Jose is now, Category 1 hurricane, and it's further offshore. Now, another thing I want to look at, let's see if I can get it. This is the intensity for tracking intensity that we just looked at. Now here's another thing. This is, we'll say, the wind swap. See, it remains offshore. If it remains this further, and then just right along the coast. And then we look at the, let's see, you can look at the rainfall, if I can see the rainfall. Oh, here's a rainfall swap. See, the rain comes just along the coast, maybe inland into the mid-Atlantic. So, all in all, it depends on depending on the eventual track that Jose takes. Areas from the East Coast, along the East Coast, from the Carolinas to New England, may experience heavy rainfall, gusty winds, heavy surf, beach erosion, whatever, and that we'll keep a close eye on this. Let's see if there's anything else I want to show you. No, but that's about it. So now we're going to get back to the forecast. The pattern for this period remains unchanged. This is the GFS. We still have a stagnant ridge here over the Eastern Pacific, trough in the west, ridge in the east, and the flow remains generally to the excuse me, to the north. And the models are in agreement with this. You see, we see very little change. So during this forecast, temperatures in the west are forecast to be below normal under the upper trough. precipitation forecast for the northwest and into the northern plains. Snow will be possible across the higher elevations of the Teton to Bitterroot and the Sawtooth ranges. Heavy precipitation is also possible for the central plains into the upper Midwest. September 22nd to the 26th. Here we are at the 24th. The pattern remains fairly stable, trough ridge configuration. So we're not expecting very little change in the overall circulation. And the models are good agreement with this. So during this forecast period, I am forecasting below normal temperatures here with anomalies of 6 degrees or more below normal. You can see there's some anomalies of 12 degrees below normal. Above normal temperatures are forecast for the east central states with anomalies of 6 degrees above normal for precipitation. Above normal precipitation is forecast for this region here. Below normal precipitation is forecast for this region. Now I'll look at the period for September 27th to October 1st. So back to the models. Okay, the period for the 27th. Models, this is the European, let me see which model this is. It's NAEFS. It is a little amplified, but as we go through the period, you can see that the flow gradually de-amplifies to near to above normal heights across much of the nation, and we go to a zone of flow. And here we are on October 1st. So the models are good agreement with this. So during this forecast period, due to the zonal flow, forecasting near to above normal temperatures for much of the nation, and the temperatures won't be as extreme as they have been. So with the anomalies of 4 degrees above normal are forecast, and for precipitation, above normal precipitation is forecast here, and for this region here, and we have below normal precipitation forecast for the middle and the lower Mississippi Valley. So that's the long range weather forecast discussion for September 19th to October 1st. Thanks for coming to Jim Munley's World of Weather, and have a good day.